Hey sluts. I know it's been a while since my last video and I was supposed to do a gameplay video, but quite frankly I didn't really feel like it, and I've been pretty busy this summer. I do plan on still doing a gameplay video, except it'll be a significantly longer one because I'll have all kinds of other games to show. But for now, here is my new Retro Game Treasures. Now, this isn't the only thing I have. I have some extra games and something I got off of eBay to show off. So, first off, though, we'll start with the Retro Game Treasures box. And the first thing I see... Wow. I can't read that. Dash Galaxy on the Alien Asylum. So, again, I've never heard of this game, but that's the one thing I like about the Retro Game Treasures box, is I'm getting stuff that I've never played. I'm getting stuff that I would have never played. I would have never probably picked this up on my own, but they're sending it to me, so I will definitely play it and try it out. We also have... Well, it looks like a good lot, actually. We also have this disc here, Forsaken, for the Sony PlayStation 1. Again, another game I have never heard of, but looking forward to playing and trying it out and seeing what it's all about. So that's game number 2. I think there's 2 more, yeah. Ooh, a Sega Genesis game. Golden Axe. Now, this is a game that I have on a 6-in-1 cart, but I don't actually have the standalone cart. So that's actually nice to have, to be honest, because the 6-in-1 cart doesn't always work great. So now I've got the Golden Axe Sega Genesis cart. Got that beauty right there. And I've got another NES game. There's an insert here. I'm just going to see if it's like a discount or something. Nope. All right. Another NES game. It's Bump and Jump. Now, I'll be honest with you, this looks terrible. But it's part of the box. I will try it out, and we'll see if I like it. But, again, never heard of this, but here we are. All right, so that was the Retro Game Treasures box. On Kijiji, I also picked up a couple of things for my Super Nintendo. I picked up Donkey Kong Country 1 and 2. And they're in pretty good shape, I have to say. Like, this guy seemed to be like a collector as well, from what I heard when I was talking to him. And so he definitely took care of this. Good shape. But I didn't just get that. I also got the manual for Donkey Kong Country. I got a manual for my Mega Man X game. And I got a manual for Super Adventure Island. So, yeah, 2 games and 3 manuals. That was pretty good on Kijiji. Didn't think I was going to find that. The price wasn't great, but it wasn't terrible either. I mean, considering the price of those 2 games. Now, I also got something off of eBay, which I was not expecting to get until September, to be quite honest, because it was coming from overseas. I got a Famicom Twin made by Sharp. So, the Famicom is the Japanese Nintendo, for anyone who doesn't know that. And if you're watching this, you probably already know that, and I'm wasting my time. It's the Japanese NES. In Japan, they also released a disc-based attachment. And then, after the fact, Sharp was licensed to make a 2-in-1 console. So here we've got the disc-based attachment with the cart. So, ooh, that's hard to push in. That's not great. I'm not liking this. Well, that's unfortunate. This door is all fucked up. That's a problem. I'm gonna have to contact the seller on that because you can't even get the game in. And I don't really feel like taking this apart and fiddling around with it. So yeah, this door is all fucked up. Not happy about that. Oh, never mind. When you pull this back, it opens up? Ah, that's the problem. Never mind. Problem solved. So I guess this is the retractor. I can push this. Or not. I'm not sure what this thing does. but it opens fine now. So ignore the past 10-15 seconds of this video. It also came with a Final Lap Famicom cart, all in Japanese. I don't read Japanese, but you don't need to read Japanese to steer a car. It also came with Star Soldier on a disc. Now, I'm feeling like this disc is probably a bootleg because the discs for the Famicom disc system are usually yellow and say Nintendo at the top here. Because inside the disc slot here, there's actually a stamp that fits into the Nintendo letters, or supposed to. And that's how you're supposed to tell. That's how they got around piracy, is the disc had to have Nintendo on it. Now, another thing that this disc-based system did, I'm trying to do this with one hand, so excuse the shoddy camera work here. Back in the day, in Japan, you could actually take a disc game, that was hard to say, a disc game, and bring it into certain locations, and they'll rewrite it with another game. So that might not even be the right game. I have no idea. We're going to play it and find out later. The console also came with AV cables, which is great because all my consoles are on AV now. Came with this AC adapter, which is in a box and looks pretty brand new, if I do say so myself. Like, this looks like it's probably not an authentic for this console, but they got one that works and it's brand new, and now I'm having a hard time with one hand. It also came with a spiffy Famicom console to NES cartridge. So if I want to just phase out my NES entirely, I put that in there, and I can put an NES game on there, and it'll play my NES game. Oh, it's hard to go in there. So yeah, that's kind of neat. So yeah, that's a pretty good haul, I have to say so. I don't usually have really big hauls. I usually just do this unboxing for this Retro Game Treasures. But yeah, I got all this stuff. Sad to say, I will not be getting another Retro Game Treasures box. Being in Canada, the cost is just way too high with the conversion rate. It ends up being almost $60. And I can honestly say I don't think I get $60 worth of games. Oh, my hand's in the way there. Sorry about that. Yeah, so I'm not going to be getting another Retro Game Treasures box. But if I get any other pickups, I will try to post them on here. Now, I know my friend Lee dropped off a whole bunch of games for me as well. I could probably showcase those right now. A Bubsy game, Super Nintendo, Aladdin for Super Nintendo, which I remember playing that game. It's pretty fantastic. Legend of Zelda Link to the Past. I used to have this, but a French version, which I do speak French and I do read French, but it's not the same playing that game in French. There's like a Super Nintendo poster from a console. I got a manual for Link to the Past. I got another Super Adventure Island manual here, but my new one's in better shape. Super Mario World manual. A Super Nintendo console manual. And if I can do this without breaking all my games. GoldenEye for GameCube, and Star Fox Adventures for GameCube. He also dropped off a box for an Xbox. Oh, my hand's shaking. And a box for PlayStation 2 with an actual PlayStation 2 in it. So, yeah, that's a pretty good haul I've gotten. This is a longer video than normal. This is a lot of stuff. I'm just going to go over like all these wonderful goodies I've gotten here. Yeah, so I guess that's it for this time. Any other pickups I get, which I will be hopefully getting some Famicom games to show, I will post more videos. They won't be as regular as they have been because I'm not getting that Retro Game Treasures box anymore. But I will try to keep posting some more as I pick up more video game stuff. So until then, as always, stay nerdy.